Hello friends, welcome to this third session of research methodology, and in this session we are going to discuss how to formulate a research problem, and this will be outline of our session. This is the outline of this session. In introduction we are going to study why does it matter to researchers, that is why research statement is very important for researchers, and then what is a research problem we are going to study, that the purpose of a problem statement and how to identify a research problem, what is the statement of a research problem, basic characteristics, and in formulating your research problem with its, that is the practical aspect, we are going to study specific research objectives, then we'll review the context of the research problem, then uh, it is necessary to explore the nature of the research problem for formulation. Then we have to study nature of research, determine variable relationships, different variables like confounding variables are there, controllable variables are there. Those variables we are going to study. Then what are the consequences of alternative approaches we are going to study here. And if you consider these approaches, then formulating the research problem will become very easy. Then structuring the research problem, we'll study tips for defining the research problem, then the importance of revising the research problem we are going to study here. Do you have a good research problem? The different qualities of the research problem we are going to study in this subsection. And then what should be a formal version of research problem be like? We are going to study at the end. Before starting to do anything, it shall be our first step that to know the problem. Before you start any form of study, get a clear understanding of what a research problem is and learn to formulate it properly. This shall be the first step of your research work. You have to formulate your research problem. And after defining it, you can start writing your research. Your writing and experimental work shall both go hand in hand together. Many a times, many people do that mistake. They do their experiments before starting to write. That shall not be the process. And why does defining a research problem matter to researchers? Research problem define your specific study area. It limits the specific study area, and this will be recurring theme in throughout this session, that research problem defines our specific study area. It provides a brief synopsis of how you develop a hypothesis. We will learn about hypothesis later on, but hypothesis is the expected outcome which you expect out of your research, and your research problem provide you a brief idea about your hypothesis. And the quality of a research problem determine your success in research. If your research problem is good enough, then outcome of your research will also be the better one. Then what a research problem is? It's a clear and definite statement or expression about your chosen area of concern, and it can be a difficulty to eliminate, like there may be some problem in isolating or cultivating an organism, microorganism. That difficulty you can eliminate. A condition to improve, like a particular organism is producing a pigment, but your research will be aimed to improve the production or optimization of the production. Then a troubling problem that exists in theory, literature, or practice. Sometimes like it's a well-known problem that injections which are given for vaccines and other purposes, those are very painful, and that's a troubling problem. You can solve that problem. Or a research problem indicates a need, and your research problem will indicate a need for the meaningful investigation. Now research problem is not, we have discussed what a research problem is, but we shall know what it is not. It doesn't state how to do something. Research problem doesn't say about method, that how this can be done. No, research problem is the statement of the problem which you are going to tackle. A researcher shouldn't present a value question. That is another one. Value statement shall not be a value question, that this will bring this or this will bring improvement to life. No. Research problem shall state the actual problem, what you are going to do. Offer a broad research proposal shall not be there. research problem shall be as specific as possible. Then only you can work on that. Very broad research work can be converted to different research problems which will be tackled differently, separately. Then the significance of research problem or the purpose of research problem is to introduce the reader to the importance of the topic being studied. When your research is going to be read by your audience, then the research problem will tell the reader what is to expect by reading further work. The reader is oriented to the significance of the study and the research questions or hypothesis to follow. Then it places the problem into a particular context. A reference field will be provided that defines the parameters of what is to be investigated. Different quality criterion, different characteristics necessary to be studied, all those will be defined by a very well defined research problem. Then research problem provides a framework for reporting the results, which results will be reported, which results will not be reported, and indicates what is probably necessary to conduct the study and explain how the findings will present this information. And after choosing a specific topic for your academic research, you need to state it as clear research problem that identifies all the issues that you will address. And it's not always simple for students to formulate research problem. Therefore, you have to brainstorm with your colleagues, with your friends, with your teachers, and with your research mentor also. In some fields, students may end up spending a lot of time in thinking that is required, but it shall not be years. Your exploration of research problem, your studying for the research problem to get clear idea shall not go forever, shall be limited uh, to a defined period of time. Then some topics are too broad to give a researchable issue. We discussed that. Then if you decide to study certain social issues like child poverty, that they don't provide the researchable questions for such problems, then these are very broad to address and take a lot of time and resources to become unfeasible, so that your study will lack enough focus and depth. Therefore, your research problem shall be as narrow, as specific as possible. Then, definition of a research problem is it's a concise statement defining and outlining the problem being addressed by a research study. And what is the significance? It plays an important role in the success of the academic research. It's possible to generate a number of researchable issues from the same subject. If it is broad one, many problem statements can be defined, but these many issues can be tackled separately. You have to limit yourself. Your study should pursue only one in detail so that you will be able to do justice to the work. And for your research problem to be effective, you have to understand following things. Your problem, research problem, shall reflect on important issues or needs that's necessary. That your research problem shall be applicable. It shall be based on factual evidence, that it is non-hypothetical. Your research problem is uh, it shall be verifiable. That is one thing. Facts shall be the basis of the problem, not emotions, not beliefs. Being manageable and relevant is the required characteristic for your research work. You have to define the research problem with taking a sufficient time, with thinking sufficiently to make it manageable and relevant to the situations. And it shall suggest a testable and meaningful hypothesis. You have to avoid useless answer. I said that we will discuss the hypothesis later on, but hypothesis is the possible outcome, statement of possible outcome. And your research problem shall direct reader or yourself to the meaningful hypothesis. Then formulating research problem enables you to make a purpose of your study clear to yourself and your target readers. And because of your problem, statement of the problem, you will focus your research, or you will provide relevant data to address the problem. Your work will be focused one. A problem statement is an effective and essential tool to keep you on track with research, and you will be able to define a matrix rubric to evaluate your research. Then mm, how can you formulate a powerful research problem? We will tackle on now further. Consider 5 ways to formulate the research problem. The first is specify your research objectives. Before starting to define a research problem, you have to specify what are your research objectives. That is required thing. Then you will review its context or environment, in which context you are going to tackle. If you are working on enzyme production, then why you want to study the enzyme production by a particular organism? Why you want to study the particular enzyme? Whether available enzymes are not suitable or whether the enzymes are not available at all, you have to address those issues. Then you have to explore nature of your problem. That your problem may be of production, your problem may be of qualitative, your problem may have to be studied in quantitative measures. You have to explore its nature as much as possible. Then you have to determine variable relationships. Here, variable definition of variables, which variables will be there in picture. Some variables will be in your control, some variables may not be in your control. Like if you are you have prepared a nutrient solution, a nutrient mixture, and you are providing this to your subject organisms, maybe rats. Okay. Then weight of those rats, age of those rats, nutrition other than your nutrient supplement provided to those rats, that you can define. Genetics you can also define. You can take pure lines of rats, but many factors are there, like environmental factors. Sometimes there may be minute changes in the environment which will affect your mouse population. Sometimes you may not have controlled the temperature. That temperature will come in picture. Water quality may come in picture if you don't control that. This to avoid such pitfalls, you have to determine relationships between different variables. And during experimental design, we are going to discuss the variable relationships, and you have to anticipate the possible consequences of alternative approaches. Alternative approaches are also there to tackle your problem. You have to consider those, and that consideration shall help you to define a specific research problem. Then significance of a good research statement or good research problem is the first, it's a clear statement that defines all objectives which can help you conduct and develop effective and meaningful research. And the research state these objectives and research statement should be manageable to bring you success. A few goals will help you keep your study relevant. Very few goals shall be there, as less as possible. Then the problem statement will help your professors, your mentors for evaluation of the questions your research project answers. And different methods that you use to address them can be evaluated by your professors, because you have provided a definite research statement for their work. Yeah. And for this session, we will start here. We'll stop here for the first part. And in next session, we'll study the research problems further attributes. Thank you.